Hi, I'm Andrew Berman with Mortgage News Network, and we're here at Originator Connect at the Mohegan Sun in Connecticut. Joining me today is Pete Kulis from AAG.
How you doing today?
Thank you so much for joining us.
No problem, thank you.
So AAG is one of the leading wholesalers and really leading lenders in the reverse space. What I want to ask you about today, because I have to say there's a huge opportunity in the reverse space.
Absolutely.
I think that's probably an understatement, but what is the biggest myth that you're finding with folks that are doing just forward mortgages and not doing reverse?
The biggest myth, I think, is they see it being difficult. They think it's going to be something that it's so foreign to them, they have no idea how to do it. But in reality is, if they can do an FHA loan, they can do a reverse loan.
Really?
Really. As far as the processing and getting it through, it's not that much different. The sales cycle is a little different, and it's a different sale to your consumer, but it's easily understandable.
So to go a little bit deeper on how it's different, like what is, so obviously when you're helping someone refi or putting someone in their first house, you know, it's very simple. You got the borrower and the co-borrower.
Yep.
What are we dealing with? What other parties are we dealing with when we're dealing with the reverse?
A lot of times you're dealing with the children, the heirs to the home. A lot of times they're initiating the conversation for the parents and doing the research and asking those questions. And really you're more of an advisor than anything when it comes to this. If you go in trying to sell the product, it's not going to work for you. You have to sit and listen and understand the needs and what you have to, what the problem is you need to overcome with that particular borrower.
Interesting. Very cool. So I got to ask, it's almost like there's different entry points of origination.
Oh yeah.
So what are the opportunities that you're seeing, for originating reverse mortgages?
Absolutely. So before I came back to wholesale with AAG, I was originating reverse, and one of the biggest things I see is I'll talk to a broker and I'll tell them, listen, market to your entire database, and they'll say yeah, and then they'll pull their list and only market to people over 62. They're missing a huge segment because every borrower they've ever done a loan for has a parent who may be asking those questions, and if they remembered that you did a good job on their mortgage and now they know that you do reverse, you're going to be the first person they think of when mom or dad asks them that question about a reverse mortgage.
So I got to ask you this. Well, how does a broker that's out there that's doing forward mortgages, they might have marketing pieces in the forward space. Yep. How do they develop the marketing materials to market reverse mortgages?
You don't have to develop anything. We have it all for you. We have brochures, we have flyers, we have DVDs, we have email campaigns, letter campaigns. Again, I originated for 4 years before coming into this space. I can teach you all my tips and tricks of what worked for me, and I was closing, minimum 2-3 a month when I was doing that.
That's great. That's fantastic. Beautiful. So, but okay, obviously regulations, that's got to be hard. I mean, we know actually that this business is not getting easier to do with trade and all these other things that are happening in the forward space. Yep. Reverse has got to be just as hard, right?
No, it's an FHA loan, but we don't fall under TRID, so no problems with that. Yes, certain the fixed rate product falls under Dodd-Frank and that kind of, and we do fall under RESPA. There are those rules, but other than that, no TRID.
Wow, that's great. That's wonderful news. Listen, I really appreciate. Thank you for taking the time out of the day.
Thank you for having me.
Okay.
All right.
I'm Andrew Berman with the Mortgage News Network. Thank you for joining us today.
This is Mortgage News Network.